Hi everyone, and happy National Cerebral Palsy Awareness Day. I'm wearing my green with pride, as you can see. Today is a very special day for me, and I thought I'd do a special video. I thought I'd take index cards, and I thought I would spell out cerebral palsy on each card, but this time, instead of one for each letter, I would put two for each letter. The first word will be describing who we are, the people with cerebral palsy, and the second word will be what we want from the general public. And okay, for the letter C, I chose we are clever because we have to come up with new ways to do things all the time. And what I said we want from you guys and the general public is compassion. We want you to understand that we are different in the fact of our limited physical abilities, but on the inside we're the same. Understand that yes, we're on a different journey, a much different and much harder journey, but we want compassion from you, not pity. And for E, I chose the word for who we are. I chose the word excellent because if you really get to know who we are generally well, excellent human beings. We love the same thing. I want to say we're excellent people to be around. And for what we want from you and the general public is equality. We want to be included in everything. There's been many times growing up and even now by children and adults that there have been maybe a game or a event that I've wanted to do and been excluded from simply because of my chair. All we want to do is be treated the same. And even though I am an adult, some adults will even come up to me and pat me on the head like I'm a 5-year-old child or something, when they wouldn't do that to any other normal 23-year-old. And that's not being treated equally. And okay, for the letter R, I chose the word to describe us as remarkable because we've been through a lot in our life. If you're 5, 25, 55, whatever, 100, because you have to face so much, and to still wake up every day and face the challenges we have to face, it's pretty remarkable. And what we want from you is reconsideration. Any misconception, reconsider that and look at the person. Don't go by what you've heard, because what you've heard may not be true, and most of the time it's not. Go find out for yourself. And for the other letter E, I chose to describe us as educated. It's because they're like me. Just because we have cerebral palsy and some of us are in a wheelchair doesn't mean we're not educated. And what we want from you is to embrace. Embrace us. Embrace our differences. Know that we're different on the outside and embrace that. Don't try to change us. Help us, yes. But don't try to change who we are and accept who we are. Don't shun us because we look different or because we walk different or talk different or maybe not talk at all. And for the letter B in cerebral palsy, I chose the word to describe us as brave because most of the time, not always, but most of the time when someone with cerebral palsy is born, they're usually born early. Throughout childhood especially, it takes a brave child to face everything that I and many other children and adults with cerebral palsy have to face every single day of our lives. For what we want from you, I chose the word believe. We want you to believe and to know that we are the same as you. And we want you to believe that if we want to do something, that we will make it happen. The other letter R, I chose respectful. Because most people with cerebral palsy, I know myself, I'll speak for myself, I won't speak for everyone, but most people with cerebral palsy are respectful of other people, and because we know what it's like to be rejected and turned away just because of the fact that we're different from what society calls normal. But I have a question for society. What's normal? We're just like you, but we may talk different, walk different, what have you, but we're just like you. And so the word I chose for what we want from society is for you to remember that we have feelings too. You may think that, well, she can't talk, so she must not understand what I'm saying. That's not true. If someone can't talk, it doesn't mean they don't understand you. And they can understand you perfectly. They just can't talk back to you, and respond to you in the typical way. And, okay, my next letter is A. And for A, to describe us, I said we are amazing. I said this because, like I said before, we're fighters. We don't give up. If there's something we can't do, we usually try to find another way to do it. And I know for myself, in school in particular, it was a fight every day because I had teachers. It wasn't, most of my bullying, believe it or not, didn't come from students. It come from teachers and other adults, especially in elementary school, and the teachers trying to say I couldn't do this or I couldn't do that. And when you're, a little kid, that's hard to hear. So we are amazing because we push past that and prove to them that we can do it. We just might have to do it differently. And what we want from you as society is acceptance. We want you to accept who we are and see who we are, because if you just see our chair or our walker or our canes or crutches or our mobility devices, you're not seeing the whole picture. You're seeing part of us. You're not seeing the whole picture. So we want you to accept us, and for the letter L, for who we are, I chose loving. I don't want to speak for someone, but I try to show love to everyone, regardless of, in any reason, disability, choices, whatever. I try to show love to everyone because, like I said before, I know how it feels to be rejected. And what we want from you is to listen. Listen to what we have to say, because we do have valuable input. We can give you insight where someone may have never been able to give you insight before. Okay, for the letter P, I chose to describe us as we are powerful. We are powerful human beings, the people with cerebral palsy, and other disabilities as well. I don't mean to take away from them. We are powerful human beings because to live in a society that wasn't created for us. I was talking to someone the other day, and I said, it angers me because if you were to take, just with cerebral palsy alone, there's 17 million people affected by cerebral palsy around the world. That's a lot of people. So if I told someone, I don't remember who it was, but I told someone the other day that if you were to add up all the people who are affected by cerebral palsy and all these other disabilities, whether they're physical, mental, anything, if you were to add them all up and put them all together, you would have more people in this world that were disabled, or what I like to call differently abled, than you would able-bodied or non-disabled people, because there are more of us than there are of the able-bodied society. But yet this world caters to the able-bodied society and makes accommodations for us. I think it should be the other way around. And for the word I chose for what we want from society is, we want you to be polite to us. We want you to not ignore us. We don't want the stares. We don't want the, oh my gosh, I wonder what's wrong with her legs. Or if you want to know what's wrong with my legs, I don't mind telling you, come up and ask. But don't stare at me, because that just makes me feel and look like a freak show. And I'm not a freak show. I'm a human being. And I deserve to be treated with respect. So if you want to know what is wrong with my legs or what's different about me, come up and ask me. I don't mind. The letter A, to describe us, I chose artistic. And I say we're artistic because a lot of people with cerebral palsy want to have some sort of outlet. Like one of my other friends with cerebral palsy, he's passed away now. I knew him for a very, very long time, and he loved to paint. He had spastic quadriplegia, I believe, which affects all 4 limbs, but he loved to paint. And we're always, we always like to have some sort of outlet. Like, my outlet would probably be, now I'm getting more into it, one of my outlets would probably be making videos, and to me that's a form of art because you express yourself in that way. So that's why I chose the word autistic. And for what we want from you, we want a friend. And because instead of seeing us as challenged individuals, how about seeing us as a friend? Because you might be surprised. You really might. And for the letter L in palsy, I chose we are loyal to describe us, because I can't tell you how many friends I have lost growing up because for one reason or another they discovered I was different and didn't want to be my friend anymore. And that really hurts, you know. It hurt a lot. So the reason I chose loyal is because we know what it's like to lose a friend. So when we get friends, we want to keep them. And we're always loyal to them and we'll do anything for them. And I have a very special friend I know who's watching right now, and I want to say hi. And for what we want from you is we want your love and understanding. We want you to know that, you know, we deserve to be loved like anyone else deserves to be loved. We want to find love and be loved by another person. And for the letter S to describe us, now this one is a pretty personal one for me. I wanted to describe us as sensitive, because I know, as for myself, I am a sensitive person, because I have been hurt a lot, and I don't want to say I wear my emotions on my sleeve, but I guess I kind of do. I'm a very sensitive person. You have to be careful what you say, even if it may be a joke, you know, like a crippled joke, or a short bus joke, or even though you may seem like it's like it's just funny and it's just a joke, but it's not, and it really, really hurts. And we want you to know that even though you may be only making a joke or, you know, trying to have fun, some things that are said are not funny and are not fun at all. And so for what I chose for what we want from society, we want someone to care from society, because oftentimes when you have cerebral palsy or any other disability, you feel like society doesn't want to care. Sometimes it feels like you're all alone. And so we just want someone to give us their ear. But not least, the Y was a hard one for me to describe who we are. Because there's not many adjectives to describe someone that start with a Y. But I chose the word youthful because I find adventure in the small things. I take very much pleasure in the small things. Because if I don't take pleasure in the small things, I don't have anything. People with disabilities, cerebral palsy and other disabilities, don't get out and say go to the mall or go to a theme park or the movies or, you know, other places like that, because it's not accessible. And the movie theater as well. Yes, they do have places for wheelchairs to park up. However, there's a problem with this. I have severe tension in my neck from spasticity. If I were to watch a movie at a movie theater, I'd have to look up like this at the movie screen the whole time, because I'm right in front of it, so I have to look up, and by the end of the movie my neck hurts. And so we don't get to go many places. Small things, and that's why I said we're youthful, because we take pleasure in the small things in life that most people take for granted. And for what I said we want from society is we want you. That's right, we want you to help spread awareness and show people that we with cerebral palsy are just like everybody else and deserve the same treatment and the same enjoyment in life like everybody else, and that we're no different, and we need your help to do that. And, you know, if you see someone with a disability, don't stare at them. How about shoot them a smile instead? Well, I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.